we're gonna show up how many coins we have collected in the UI. As you can see, if I collect the coin, as you can see it's update in the text, and if we collect the second one, as you can see. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. Okay, so as you can see, we have created this coin game object in the last video. Okay, we have added rigid body to this coin game object, and we set it kinematic for and so it will not fall down to the ground. And we also have added this box collider 2D, and we set is trigger to true over here. As you can see, you need to set it is trigger to checked, basically true. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a script, okay, which will keep track of how many current coin we have. Okay, and we're gonna create a variable for that. So, and we're gonna call it something like current coin. That will be integer value, basically holds number like 1 2 3 4. Okay, and we're gonna call it something like current coin, and by default we're gonna set it to 0, because as you know, whenever the game start, we will have the current coin 0. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a pickup item script or coin manager script, something like that. So go to assets, okay, right click, create C# script, name that script to something like coin manager or pickup item, something like that, and select the player game object. Okay, select the player game object, and drag that script to add component section of player game object. Okay, and what we're gonna do, over here overrides, and we're gonna apply all. Okay, we're gonna apply all. So I'm gonna double click it to open up in Visual Studio that is script. Okay, so just double click it that to open up in Visual Studio. So I'm gonna delete this one. So by default we have two function, as you know, the start function and the update function. I just deleted them, we don't need that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a variable which will keep track of how many coins we have. Okay, and we're gonna call it something like current coin. Okay, and we're gonna make it public to see in inspector. That will be integer type like 1 2 3 4, and then we're gonna call it something like current. Okay, current coin. Okay, by default we're gonna set it to 0. As you know, when the game start, we will have current coin 0 current coin. Okay, so that's why. And we're gonna also make this function, okay, on trigger inter 2D function. Basically we have to use this function, okay, on trigger inter 2D function. Basically this function over here get trigger or get call whenever we trigger with something. As you seen, we set our coin game object is triggered to true, as you seen. So so the player, if the player trigger with that coin game object, and we have assigned it the coin game object is triggered to true, as you seen. So the player will trigger with that coin game object. Okay, coin game object. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check if that game object or whatever we trigger it with, if that game object has tag our coin tag. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add to current coin, we're gonna increase current coin by 1. Okay, basically if we trigger with that coin game object, or if we collide with that coin game object, firstly we're gonna add to our current coin by 1, and then we're gonna destroy that coin game object. Okay, so what we need, firstly we need to assign that game object or coin game object to as a coin. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to Unity, and we're gonna select the coin. Okay, select the coin. As you can see, if you go to inspector over there, you can see tag which is untagged. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna assign this game object, this coin game object as a coin tag. So hit this untagged and add tag, and hit the plus icon, name it something like coin. I already have named it, and save it, and head again to that game object again. Okay, and assign that tag to as a coin tag. After that, overrides and apply all to change in the prefab as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to over here. So as you know, this function over here on trigger into 2D function, get trigger or get call whenever we trigger with something. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna check if that game object, okay, if other dot game object dot tag is equals to coin. Okay, coin, and make this first brackets. Sorry, I just spell it over here. So coin and make this curly brackets. Okay, so over here what we are doing, so firstly this on trigger oriented 2D function get trigger whenever we trigger with something. Okay, and we are checking if that game object, firstly we need to we can extract info like name, collider, tag, something like that by going to this other. So what we are doing, whatever we trigger it with, if that game object has tag, as you can see, firstly we are going to other, then game object whatever we trigger it with, and then accessing the tag, and if the tag is equals to coin, okay, coin, as you seen we assign it that coin game object as a coin tag, so obviously we're gonna trigger with that coin game object. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna firstly gonna add one coin, okay, to our current coin. As you can see by default we have current coin 0. As you can see when we start the game we will have current coin 0, that's why we set it by default to 0. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna firstly add to our current coin. So what we need, we have to use current coin plus plus or current coin plus equal 1. Okay, so and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna destroy that game object. Okay, coin game object, we're gonna destroy that coin game object after collecting it. Okay, so we're gonna use this destroy function, and destroy function will take the game object you want to destroy. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pass the game object whatever we trigger with. Okay, we're gonna pass that game object. So we are just basically destroying the coin game object over here. As you can see, firstly we are going to other and we are just accessing the game object itself. Okay, so we are using this destroy function, as you can see. So control s on your keyboard to save this, and head again to unity. Okay, head again to unity, and if we trigger with this coin game object, okay, firstly what we are doing, we are adding to our current coin. By default we set current coin to 0, and we are adding by current coin 1, uh, if we collecting that coin game object. Okay, so if I select the player, as you can see we made that current coin parameter int parameter to public, as you can see. So that's why we are able to see it over here. As you can see by default we have 0, we set it 0. And now if I hit play, and if we trigger with this coin game object, okay, if we trigger with this coin game object, the coin, so we firstly adding to our current coin by 1, and then after that we destroying that coin game object. Okay, now if we trigger with this, as you can see a current coin becomes 1, and then after what we did, we destroyed that game object. So instead of showing it over here, we're gonna show it in the UI. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to create the canvas first. Okay, so go to hierarchy and right click. Okay, right click and go to UI and select this canvas. Okay, after selecting canvas, go to UI scale mode, select constant pixel size to scale with screen size, so it will scale with screen size the canvas. So into canvas we're gonna place the text. Okay, we're gonna show up how many coins we have collected. Okay, so right click on canvas, okay, and go to UI and select the image first. Okay, and we're gonna name this something like coin image, coin image. Okay, we're gonna name it coin image. And after that as you can see, it has image component. As you can see it says none sprite. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag the coin sprite over here, the first one. So if we go to coins, I'm gonna select the first one and I'm gonna drag it into that slot as an if to focus on. Okay, select the coin image and if to focus on. As you can see we have replaced that none sprite to as a our coin sprite, as you can see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to rect transform over here, select this one. Okay, select this one and hold down alt on your keyboard and select the top left one. So it will stay in the top left one, as well as it will resize. Okay, it will resize itself with the screen. As you can see it will stay in the top left. Okay, so that's the reason to selecting this. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move it something. I'm gonna select the move tool over here. I'm gonna move it something like this, minus 100 in the Y and 100 in the X as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a text to show up how many coins we have collected, aside with besides with this coin image. Okay, so right click on canvas once again, go to UI and select the, go to legacy and then select the text. Okay, And what we're gonna do, we select this rect tool over here, okay, rect tool, and hold down all on your keyboard to resize from the center. As you can see, we're not able to see the text over here, as you can see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to color fill and we're gonna choose white, okay. As you can see, the font size is pretty small, so we're gonna increase the font size something like 80, okay. And we're gonna set alignment to center both of this, but we're gonna set this one alignment to left, okay. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna select font style to bold, and we're gonna set this text as a 0. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do same as it is we did with the image, coin image, okay. So go to rect transform, okay, rect transform, and hold down all on your keyboard and select the top left one, okay. So I'm gonna move it over here, so it will stay with the screen, as you can see in the left side, okay. It will resize and as well as it will stay in the left side, so that's the reason doing that, okay. So what we're gonna do, we need this text element, as you can see, we can set it 1, then 2, then 3. Basically we need this text, basically we need this text, and then we're gonna set this value, okay. We're gonna set this value. So what we need this text element. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up that pickup item script or the coin manager, whatever you have named it. We're gonna open up that script, okay, once again. And we have to include this namespace using unity engine dot ui. Basically, as you know, the text element is ui element, so that's why you have to include this namespace using unity engine dot ui. Then we will able to see that able to get that component, okay. And we're gonna make it public, okay, to see in inspector. And the type of the component will be text, and we're gonna name it something like coin text, current coin text, something like that. I'm gonna name it coin text, okay. And control s on your keyboard and end up with semicolon, okay. By default this one will be empty, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag the text. As you seen, we can change. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag the text to this field, so we will have the coin text. So control s on your keyboard to save this, and I head again to unity, okay. So we will able to see in the pickup item script that text element, okay, which we have named it coin text, something like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag this text to that text, so we will have this text, okay. So firstly we're gonna name it. As you can see, we have named it coin text, which is says nums, basically empty. So what we're gonna do, firstly we're gonna name this text, okay. So we're gonna name this text something like coin text, okay, something like that. Sorry, something like that. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna select the player game object once again, and we're gonna drag this coin text to this coin text slot. Now we have this coin text, basically now we can change the value over here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to script once again, and we're gonna use the update function, okay. We're gonna use this update function, and as you know, update function get called every single frame, so that's why we need to keep track of how many coins we have, okay. We need to keep track of every single frame, so that's why the logic behind doing it in update function, okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna do coin text, okay. And we're gonna go to this text, okay. Basically it means this text over here. Firstly we are going to coin text and we are accessing this text, basically this one, okay. And we're gonna set equal to, okay, equal to our current coin, okay. We're gonna set it to our current coin, and current coin, and end up with semicolon. So the, as you can see, current coin and becomes underlined, red underline, as you can see. So the current coin over here is integer value, okay. And the text over here is a string value. So what we need to convert this integer value to as a string. As you can see, the current coin variable is a integer. So what we need to convert this integer value to our to string, okay. So we have to use this function to string, so it will convert, okay. And you have to make this first brackets, okay. So it will convert this integer value to our to string, okay. So as you can see, by default we selected current coin 0, okay. So the current coins over here becomes 0, so the text over here will be 0, because we are directly setting it. As you can see, coin coin txt dot text equal to current coin. But whenever we trigger with that coin game object, or we collected that game object, as you can see, we are adding to our current coin by 1 unit. As you can see, if we collect for the first time, as you know, by default we have zero coin, and if we collide or trigger with that coin game object, so we are adding 1, so the current coin over here becomes 1. Okay, so the current coin over here becomes 1. So the text over here, coin txt dot text, we are firstly going to accessing that text element, and then we are setting to our current coin. As you know, if we collect the first one, it will be 1, so the current coin over here will be 1. So the coin txt dot text over here will be 1. Okay, because we directly setting it, and we are doing it update function, as you can see. Okay, so control s on your keyboard to save this, and head again to unity. Okay, and if we trigger or if we collect the coin for the first time, we will able to see the change in the ui. Okay, because we just directly set to current coin txt to our current coin. Okay, so if I now hit play, okay, if I now hit play, if we collect the first one, okay, we will able to see it will show up over here. So the text over here becomes 1, because we just adding to our current coin. So if I collect the first one, as you can see, current coin becomes 1 over here. If I select the player over here, as you can see, current coin 1, and we are setting coin txt dot text equal to current coin, which is, as you can see, 1. So that's why this coin text over here becomes 1, basically this text, because we directly setting it. And now if I collect the second one, as you can see, it becomes 2, as you can see. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. If you did, or if you enjoyed this video, then like this video and share it with your friends. Okay, and if you are new to my channel, then please consider to subscribe for upcoming tutorials, okay, of unity game engine in general. And if you want to support me, you can support me on patreon.com. Okay, and lastly, thanks for watching this video. Okay, goodbye.